What is up? I just got my internet back after it was gone for a little bit. The storm rolled through Arizona today and knocked out the power and took the internet with it for a bit, but I think we're back. So, just getting things up. Alrighty. Sorry, I got distracted because my local area was trending when I got on Twitter to pull up the link I just posted to this stream. I was like, why is my local area trending? Sorry, getting it open, internet being a little slow. I guess it's still angry from the storm. Let's load up the game. There we go, that's something, that's progress at least. Wait, Google, why are you signing into the wrong account on my YouTube? This is so annoying. It's like trying to send me a verification on my phone for logging into my YouTube to actually put up the stream. Jeez. Yes, it's me. Let me tap yes that it's me, please. Yes, it's me. Golly. And now it... Okay. I get it, I'm on a VPN, like, I get it, but, like, oh my god. Literally all I was trying to do was put that this is a game category video for Horizon Forbidden West, like YouTube. I do that every night, the first thing when I start streaming, when I'm waiting for the stream to go live. So silly. Okay. Back to my channel. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Now I'm pulling it up so I can watch it and make sure it's streaming okay. Alright. There we go. I am good. So, left off from the collectibles from God of War. That's what we did. And got all my weapons. Let's change outfits. Because I wore that yesterday. Get some fresh clothes on, Aloy. I don't know what this is going to look like, but we're wearing it. I changed all the dyes, so I don't know what any of them look like right now. Okay, I like this dye. It's nice. I think it's the metal one. Alright. Good on potions. Looks good. Good on materials. Alright. Okay. What are we doing today? I feel like I never went and found that Quen that was hanging around off that bridge over here, so I should go save the Quen from certain death. I remember where the bridge is that they're hanging off of, though. I think it might be this, but I don't think so. I do know that the missing data point, 63, is over around here. So they might be... I don't know. They're on one of these bridges. Just don't remember which one, but I do think it was down in that area. No, they're not right by that though, because that's where like you have to like head to, because they were like looking for the data and their buddy got killed. Where was it? I know it's in this general area, I feel like though, so I'm gonna head back around this way. Oof, my back is killing me. That's better. Backrest makes all the difference, hey. I still haven't got the trophy for getting all the collectibles, because I have just been only doing things when I stream, and abandoned my New Game Plus Plus because I was like, I don't want to have like get everything and then not have it go anywhere, you know? Looking for the frickin' little, like, bridge that they're hanging off of with the little, I think, burrowers underneath trying to kill him or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Isn't that crazy? Or is it the Watchers?
Someone's in trouble over there.
Oops, that was some bad timing. On my part. I just biffed it, that's all. I don't know if I was or wasn't overhealed going into it, but I certainly am now. Where'd the other Watcher go, though? Still over here trying to kill you, or, like, we good? There you are. What are you hiding from, buddy? I'm gonna bring you back to beta. Oh wait, I'm not wearing the right armor for that to last forever, so let's switch it. I could just pop a lasting override on the armor I'm wearing, so I don't think I need all of it. Like, I don't need a... What am I even wearing? I'm not wearing the right thing. Whatever. Whatever, it'll attack me, I'll just kill it. You know what, in fact, you're just gonna die. It was a nice thought, but I started to think about it and I changed my mind, buddy. Wow. I feel like that was weirdly karma for shooting my Watcher. How are you? How far are you? What mission have you done? The Fireclaw is awesome, but if you got the Fireclaw, you got far fast. That's awesome, though. It's super fun to fight. So you met Araya and Aratak? Became chieftain of the Werrick? Yeah, that's real. I totally understand that. How far are you in the main story? Oh, nice. Redmaw is not main story, though. That is side quest. It's a super fun one. But you can actually do Redmaw as soon as you get into the West. Which, you said you just got West yesterday. Which quest did you fight a corrupted Thunderjaw in? Or what were you doing when you fought the corrupted Thunderjaw? Let me put it that way. What was going on in the story? By the way, I'm like not even doing anything on screen right now because again, like where I'm at in the game, it would spoil stuff for you in the sequel. Like I'm inherently working on something that's a like end game, late game spoiler for the sequel, so I'm like, I can pause that for a second. Okay, with the Nora, that's pretty far then. So you went into the mountain. Yeah. You've been zooming through the main story. Did you do the mission after that yet? In the main story? It's called The Mountain That Fell. It's a good one. Hell yeah, that's awesome. I cannot wait to hear your reaction to the stuff that happens in this sequel. It's nuts. You did The Mountain That Fell? What did you think of the big reveal in that story? I feel like if you did The Mountain That Fell, like there's not many secrets left in Horizon Zero Dawn, but there's still a ton. If you've been rushing through, there's a lot of additional mysteries to unravel in like the side quests and the world building. If you find all the data points, they actually set up a lot of really interesting turn signals for where they were headed in Forbidden West that, like, in hindsight, if you go back and play it, you're like, oh, they were talking about that the whole time. Yeah. Do you understand why there's an entire Reddit called Fuck Ted Faro? Yeah, Silence, Lance Reddick's character. Have you played Destiny? He's Zavala. All right, have a good night. Enjoy the rest of Zero Dawn. The final quest is a lot of fun.
The machines are gone. You can come up.
Yeah, that Watcher was only ever gonna die.
Tsunore, the living ancestor is here.
Where's your pal?
You idiot! I said we should go back to landfall.
Should kind of dig in this one for once. This tragedy, I did get the message. I have been figuring out how to word my response, and that's all I would like to discuss on that.
What were you doing trapped under a bridge? There were wide maws. They smashed our boat, and then we were so busy escaping them that we ran into these machines, and I slipped and fell.
It's dangerous out here.
I know, but Tsunore wanted to go on. We hadn't found any relics in the places the diviners told us to search. He wanted promotion. He insisted we try here. He was right. We found a relic with some data on it, but then the wide maws found us. They smashed our boat, and I dropped the relic into the waters when we ran.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Yes. I can't even mark his death by taking the relic back to landfall.
Where did you drop this relic?
Down there, to the southwest, in the plaza with the statue on the column.
Go back to landfall. We'll see if I can find it.
Hey, Cat's Dad, when I said that's all I want to talk about, that's like all I wanted to talk about on it. And so you're continue to ask me questions about it. It's like, let's just hang out, play some Horizon. None of that comes up in this chat. Capiche?
Let's climb risked everything for that relic.
I'm not saying you're not allowed to talk. I'm just saying there's certain topics we can bring in Twitter messaging, and so, you know.
Statue, smashed boat, wide maws. Where is it?
Oops.
Build up my stamina. There. An old world voice recording. That must be the relic the council dropped.
Point 9 on our hollow tour of San Francisco, the Dewey Monument. Recently returned to Union Square, this 85-foot column celebrates the American naval victory at Manila Bay. When their force of outdated vessels, in the Philippines, many of the Spanish sailors must have known they faced a hopeless task. Driven by duty, but poorly led, the Spanish fleet wrong place at the wrong time, and was destroyed by a technologically superior force. The old world had been defeated by the new.
So the relic is about a battle from the past. Not sure what the clone will make of it, but I'll collect any data I find. If I can find that soldier in landfall, I could return it to her.
Overkill, but where is it? Ah! This is the spot! This is the spot! This is where... Is this where the incident occurred? This might be where the incident occurred. I think it is where the incident occurred. It might not be, though. That was on a higher bridge. I think I was on that side of it. But this is absolutely where it happened.
Frost isn't gonna do much.
The worst. The worst! The most evil of all snap moths. Where is data point 63? It's nearby. There it is. It's the funniest thing. if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure that person went back to Landfall, and I find them when I walk into Landfall, and can give them the data. Pretty sure. Because in the guide, that's what they ended up saying was how you got data point 63, but that was not how you get data point 63. It's just gotta be hard to be making a game guide when there's post-game support, patching stuff in. It's like New Game Plus when now. Why would you make... I get it, people need the guide at launch, but it's like, that's just gonna be a lot of errata you're gonna have to add or resell later. Like, I decided not to buy the guide until all the DLC are out or confirmed or whatever, so it's just like, that's what I ended up doing with Zero Dawn. Like, as cool as it is to get the guide and to support that, it's like, in the era of DLC, all you're doing is buying something that's already outdated. So, it just doesn't make it, like, as much sense. Especially also with the internet. Like, and the Zero Dawn one had a lot more, like, lore and background. And, like, additional insight into, like, the cultures and stuff that just, like, wasn't as present in the guide that they released with this game. So I kind of want to see if there's, like, a more complete edition that comes out later.
Having a good day?
While I'm in Landfall, I could search for the soldier I saved on the bridge.
Living ancestor, thank you so much. You saved my life.
I found the relic you lost. Here. I hope you find something useful on this relic.
I'll take it to the diviners. They'll record the data along with Tsunore's name. He'd have liked that. A living ancestor, can you tell me what the relic is?
It's a recording. A history of the place where you found it, and a warning that you should choose your battles carefully.
I wish Tsunore had lived to hear it. I will heed its words.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like been 5 years for Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, I bought it after all of the editions, like all the DLC and updates had been launched, so whatever I got was the most, like, based on more up-to-date stuff. Like, if I had bought it at launch and then DLC came out, it doesn't have the DLC in it yet. The DLC hasn't even been announced.
Ancestor.
I didn't realize that. I bought it for like $20. Must have been clearance when they were going through the end of the run on the print. But I mean, that's like a realistic cycle for a book like that. They only make those when the game is actively being purchased, but they only make a certain amount. Like every single guide that I've ever, like, you can't just go buy the Ocarina of Time official guide anymore either. But like, I bought it, the Horizon one, 5 years after the game came out. So, and if you just need it for the tips, then it's like, the internet exists.
Of course. Make way for the living ancestor.
Because for Forbidden West, I'm talking about, I'm already looking to when they release a complete edition after all the DLC are out. So, like, Horizon's going out of print isn't really relevant.
You know, I kind of miss the base. All the data to look through. And the others, of course. But at least we have our focuses to keep in touch.
What else do I want to do today? I'm gonna work through collectibles, but I'm also gonna stop in. Oh wait, no, I haven't done all the side quests. Let's do the Blood Choke and the Valley of the Fallen. I do have side quests left. Oh, and I still have all the salvage contracts. Got plenty to do. There's more than 6 relic runes. I haven't found the rest of them. Alrighty. Where does this one start at? Right outside of Thornmarsh. Let's head to Thornmarsh. I'm gonna fast travel though. I mean, it's only been like 4.5 or 5 months. Like, no word on DLC isn't falling outside of the release timeline that Zero Dawn was on when they made their announcements. This literally people have gone through and tracked the similarities and differences in the timeline. Like, Sony has got to plan their announcements around all of their major IP. And they're trying to time it so they can maintain hype. Like, there's a whole media strategy that goes into that. And with God of War stuff, they're not wanting to steal hype from just announcing the release date for God of War, and they like time it based on their whole business plan. So it's like, no word doesn't mean that there's no DLC. This is one of their biggest IPs. They're gonna do a DLC. They're not gonna make us wait for another sequel. And they're trying to actively pump this IP, putting a Netflix show out, or at least the rumors of a Netflix show. We'll see if it comes to pass. I won't see it until it's on my thing, ready to watch, you know, like... Yeah, but we're not at the 6-month mark on this yet. We just passed the 5-month mark. And it's still not going to be precisely exactly 6 months, because that still is based around the development cycle and the release cycle, and like when they get go-aheads on like what the studio's ready, and like there's a lot of moving parts at play within Sony as a whole for that. Probably should have just walked. In fact,
there's the mouth of the river. I'll follow it upstream. I should find a Tekka. And the source of the poison.
wait, I need to follow the river. Jeez, ADHD, y'all. Dude, that's so nasty. Well, I mean, the team that usually covers fixing glitches post-launch is a separate team from the development team. That's like they have the resource to cover that stuff, you know?
Those machines couldn't have been
No
built more
studio is
easily.
like gonna put
There's
whole
blood.
parts of their process on hold just because another part's in like they've got people regularly employed to like it's all constantly moving parts running simultaneously as I understand it.
Sounds like fighting.
No, because it's like the launch team that stays on to support a game is like yeah. As I understand it, I mean, it would be better to look
It
up
looks like a tech is with them.
from the
I better
industry,
get in
but just from what, as I understand it, from the things I've read, having not intentionally looked too much into it, but, you know, having worked for organizations that have lots of output in creative fields, that's, like, not the same, but not different. Like, it's, everyone's carrying... Like, they've got this down to a science. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, you know? You're not just gonna, like, put your whole studio resource into just that thing when it's, like, situational of what's gonna need to be applied. Like... Yeah. But like, if you're only focusing on just... Yeah, anyway. I'm not gonna comment more on that because it is, like, conjecture on my part. I'm not informed on the industry that well, but I'm also just like drawing off of like things I have read or gleaned. So it's not a totally uninformed opinion, but it's also not a super informed opinion or commentary, if that makes sense. But at this point, we could talk in circles all day, and if neither of us are sure, it's just kind of wasting our breath. And I don't like disagreements on the hypothetical when I don't have the information. It's just like, great, what have I done now, though? It's one thing if it's like for the fun of engaging with the story in the game, but it's another thing when it's like starting to like there's literally, this is information that can be looked up, so why are we talking about it? It's like, while we might not know the specifics of Guerrilla, it's no secret how the industry is necessarily like set up and generally organized when it comes to that kind of thing. Even though the differences might be like unique studio to studio for what that ends up looking like, there's general guiding principles for how to be a productive and profitable game studio, and that's like everyone's carrying 27 constantly spinning plates at once, if I understand anything about it. Wearing a bunch of hats or whatever, I don't know, you know? But like, they're never just like not constantly working on output and development
Commander,
as well as support
and the
what's already
Chief's
out.
champion.
But they're not
Your
taking the
help
whole
came
studio's
just in time.
team and putting that towards post-support. Post-launch support. Like, there usually, as far as I understand it, is a launch team that's kind of dedicated to that with everyone else weighing in as needed. Again, don't know for sure though.
How bad are your injuries? Nothing. That won't mend. I'm sorry you had to come find us, Commander. It was worth it to find you alive.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Repentant Sky. Especially because, like, even as this is launching, they're still also supporting Fire Sprite with Call of the Mountain. So, like, they've got their hands in a lot of things. Because it's more than just...
Aloy.
It's more than just what you're seeing in front of
A
you.
tech like these weren't ordinary machines.
Stuff is, like,
They were overridden by
planned
rebels.
out and plotted. And
Regala. Even defeated her
deadlines they're put in place years in advance, and then it's, like,
Out of
adjusted
this
on the
start,
fly.
we fought
As
our
needed,
way
like,
up
when
the
COVID
river
and
to
stuff
here.
happens, but, like...
And then we found that. We advanced to
The
investigate.
studio is already on the map with
We had just
Killzone.
started the climb when these machines attacked. seemed like they were on patrol.
A pile of dead machines, a poison river, and Regala's rebels. It can't be a coincidence.
I agree. Rest. And then head back to Thornmarsh. Little Zella is waiting for you. Aloy and I will take it from here.
Yes, Commander.
If there are rebels up there, it could be a trap.
We'll fight our way through regardless. You with
I don't
me?
know the answer to that, but I bet
Let's find a
the
way up.
lovely internet search function does.
On your lead, Aloy.
But I think Fire Sprite is their own studio, but I think they're under PlayStation? Question mark? Not positive, but I would assume so if they're working on proprietary new tech and launch title for PlayStation VR. But I don't know. That end of things, anything I do know, I've passively gleaned. I don't really, like, look into that too heavily, honestly. It's just not really my, kappa. Climb the waterfall. Can we go in this water or does it hurt us? Does not hurt us. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking it hurts us. Well, what am I climbing? This? Okay. Good job, self. I mean, they have, outside even this game was primarily guerrilla, but they had, some of those stuff is done by, like contracted work. That's how a lot of QA stuff is done, too. Like, there's NDAs, and you will lose your job and be kicked out of the industry if you are breaking your NDA. That's why they have NDAs.
Right through the blood choke.
Enforceable legal agreements that you shouldn't break, you know? But, like, it's very normal for
This water smells like rot.
Try living
that,
with it.
as I understand it, for that kind of stuff to be contracted out.
Damn.
Like, a lot of the concept
All
art
over
on
my
this is, like,
hands.
freelance artists. They don't
Just
always need
don't
concept
go.
art.
Don't have to tell me twice.
They have, like, their staff artists, but they also get additional stuff on contract,
This holds.
as I understand it.
So many dead machines. How?
But again, most of that can all be Googled. And you'll get more reliable results than me trying to explain the concept I haven't even looked into trying to understand. So.
Hear that?
It sounds like a machine.
Well, yeah, they know what they want. They contract out the work. They hire someone. Like, that's how contracting works, as I understand it. Again, it's kind of just like a little bit of a topic I'd rather move on at this point because it's mostly conjecture, and I didn't mean to do that.
This is getting quicker. Make an interesting color for my armor. Some kind of rebel camp.
So many machines. Butchered.
There's fresh water coming from those falls. That dam must be blocking it. We'll have to take out the rebels first before we can deal with it.
2 against many.
Look alive,
All for the
soldiers.
lowland.
Keep an eye out for machines or lowlanders.
Should hit it with frost ammo.
I do not know the answer to that. Because there's some I still haven't even picked up, I think, but I haven't actually sat down and, like, calculated that. Yep, I've done everything in this game that can be done on my first playthrough, so like, I know what they all are, but I would still, you know, with like my ADHD, like need to sit down and actually look at a list, because I can't just like hold that in my head. And I haven't, so I do not know.
Thought the lowlanders would have come looking for this place by now. Guess the red poison's made it on.
I'll have your tongue, scab.
That's right, Ateka. Nope, say it all, Ateka. We're gonna get his tongue. Does that fucking not have a head up there? Incredible. Don't know why that happened. My PlayStation's angry though, the power went out earlier
See
tonight.
anything out there? If the enemy approaches, they won't get by me.
The yeah, I just don't really care to know my progression status right now, honestly. That's all. Like, I haven't looked because I don't really care. I'm just kind of doing whatever as I think of it.
You still got each other. That's all we need.
Like, I don't really need solutions offered for that.
I'll be proud to go down with my squad. We gave it all we had.
Alright, so that guy with the gun doesn't seem to turn around. So he's actually, I think, who I want to kill first, because he would be the most annoying person to aggro. So I'm going to wait until the guy that's facing me here turns around and starts walking backwards. Then I'm going to sneak up there and try and assassinate gun guy. Headless gun guy.
Now we're not much more than raiders.
Actually, I might kill that person when they come over here, since that'll make it easier to get up to gun guy, possibly.
There's nothing Hikaru can throw at us that will make
Actually, I think going around this way is probably the best bet. So you want to kill people where the other people aren't going to find their bodies. Also don't want the Fireclaw to find their bodies. Jeez. Why is the screen shaking?
Wish another machine would show up. Give the Fireclaw something to fight.
Nah, on this I just think it's my PS4 glitching. It's like, the power went out, it didn't get shut down properly, and that tends to mess it up anyway, so. Well, if it works, it works. Other guy's gonna come and... Or that, also possible. I don't think it's inherent to the game, I just think it's glitching. The bro doesn't have a head, just straight up. Did they seriously lose track of me? They did lose track of me. That's incredible. They straight up lost track of me. Is he doing that thing where you throw rocks? Is that what's going on? Tekka, you just mad now? Okay. They seriously lost me. That's incredible. How did that, like, not end up with a Fireclaw attacking me is what I want to know.
Gonna make you regret this.
You're in my territory.
Gotta make this something.
You can, like, if you break line of sight and then hide, if they don't see where you hid, they don't necessarily know to look for you there. And I think that's what happened. And that's a, like, feature from Horizon Zero Dawn as well. Where they lose track, I like that they make your allies smart enough to hide with you when you successfully hide, though. That's an improvement, because I've, like, rescued captives from bandit camps in Horizon Zero Dawn, and then they just, like, go and start attacking everyone. Like, y'all, like, I was being sneaky. I got through here to get you out without being spotted, and y'all are just running for it and starting to wail on everyone. Like, are you dumb?
I'm trusting you to all stay sharp.
What was going on with your PS4, Repentant?
There will be a reckoning next time.
Oh cool, the champion decided that he lives up here now. That's fun.
There's no giving up now. Got to keep up the fight.
Damn it.
quiet out there?
So tired that I need to stay sharp.
Let the lowlanders come. The fire girl will burn them all.
Oh, I'll never get used to this stench.
I heard that! Outlander!
Damn it.
Raise the alarm!
It's got a head now, so that's an improvement. Is this asshole Lowland? Yeah. Wow. That's awful. Killing your own people, man. The worst kind of treachery. How has this fire cloud not like, I'm not complaining, but wow. That was the wrong button.
Is hiding all you're good for?
No, I've killed most of your allies, buddy. I'm very good for that.
Come on!
Who just yelled, come on?
Nowhere's safe to you now. A ready blade lives through the battle. There.
don't think there's any humans left up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill this big old mad guy.
Keep that in mind.
I'm fine. I do like that getting caught on fire gets extinguished if you fall in water. That's kind of neat. Bro, I killed your fire claw. It's literally sitting dead on the ground. You sure about that? How? Okay, no. Good. That killed that person. It's got a something nothing. My buddy just died, but it's probably nothing. Thank you, game AI. Never change. Honestly, I feel like people are more actually likely to do that than a lot of people want to admit. Damn it.
I need help here!
Incredible.
I'm here! Where are you?
I am also here. In the throat.
That's the last one.
What were the rebels doing here?
Let's find out. Have a look around.
I thought I saw something over by the dam. I'll go check it out.
Hey, you actually did it this time. When I first played this quest was a little broken, and she would not. Like, it's a little bit not supposed to be like that. there a weapon in here I can't take or something? No? There's more things to loot that I didn't see. I don't know why I'm looting everything. I don't really need the loot, but at the same time, I am starting to like run out of blast space, and by that I mean I'm under 2,000. Look, it starts to make me nervous. Okay, so like want to loot everything because of that. I love how much chill water they put around here, like, just in case. Like, give you a Ravager. Like, they gave you everything you could want to work with for this fight. If we're gonna stick you in a small enclosed arena with your first Fireclaw, what if we give you, like, 1,000,000 freeze bellowbacks and, like, 27 piles of chill water? Thanks. Thanks for considering my needs, Gorilla. There's just so much stuff up here. Almost full up on meat. That's good news. Yeah, let's go ahead and overheal then. I don't think they'll link the new weapons behind New Game Plus. That seems silly to link DLC weapons behind the New Game Plus. No, if they do like something where like there's like you can get a second copy of a Great Coil from doing a New Game Plus, that's a way to still like add to the experience, but otherwise like having them be a bonus for doing New Game Plus like they did with this on the base game makes sense, but having DLC linked weapons behind a New Game Plus doesn't make logical sense to me. That just seems like it's a way to anger the consumer, so I doubt that that would be their choice. Like having it as an incentive when they launch the New Game Plus feature makes sense, but everything else outside of that would not.
rush of air.
She go. I'm gonna say hi to her. What's up, Ateka? Last time I did this quest, you were trapped under a rock. But now you're just staring into space instead. Okay, that's cool. It's all good. Let's examine the device.
It's a machine lore. Well, that explains all these machines. But why put it here? My focus might show me more.
But I mean, like, the weapons you got in New Game Plus were the same weapons. They were just a better version of them, but, like, they weren't, like, the weapons themselves weren't locked behind it.
The rebels had a large operation
so that's kind of more what I was thinking on that. But they just did
There has to be something
a
else that'll tell
that
us
was
what
something they had
going on.
already demonstrated in the
Thought I
base
saw
game,
some
though.
equipment over by the falls.
Or, I don't know when they added it, actually. That's... because I didn't play it until later. But, I mean, maybe they'll do that, but they already seems like they've taken a different approach this go around from everything I've seen and what I know. But again, I don't know what I don't know.
I thought I saw some equipment on the cliffs near the falls.
Machine scrap and broken corruptor components. Used for overrides. Were the rebels testing them here?
So all these dead machines are what? Failures?
Maybe.
It explains why the metal was burned on the machines I found down the mountain. So gross. Love it. Garja, what have you unleashed on the world? I guess I have to actually interact with it for her to comment. No problem, I can do that.
It's a message from an Osram. It sounds like they were helping the rebels. It says the rebels were about to leave, but decided to guard the dam after the water started to clear.
They saw an opportunity and seized it.
In fact, I still have to do all of the rebel camps, so there's plenty to do still. This is literally like corruption almost from like... Interesting. I think this is the spot that Silence saw the 3 stars in the footage in the trailer, because it looks right down at the Zenith base, and he's like standing and then like turns and they're like doing the override behind him. I need to like go look at that and compare. It seems like a pretty good place to have that vantage on with the 3 stars falling from the sky. Like, 3 stars from the sky. Camera focuses on Silence and turns behind him to a bunch of rebels in a very creepy place, overriding a machine. I don't know. It's possible.
One hit from this thing could do a lot of damage.
There's one of these at the Grove, in the arena. To put down machines.
I think I know what happened. The rebels were luring machines here so they could override them. But they couldn't get them all. So they killed some with the ballista, forming the dam. Once they realized it was blocking clean water from flushing away the blood choke, they decided to stay and protect it.
Spineless cowards! Poisoning us until we waste away? The dam. Can you break it?
I'll take a look.
Okay, I'll wait here.
I should scan the dam. Might show me a weak point.
See, all of her lines, she was like trapped under a rock up there the first time I played this game, and so like I didn't get to actually like have her walk around with me. I like that the beam of moonlight was like shining right down over here. Try coming from this direction.
There's an explosive sac from a machine inside the dam. One hit could blow the whole thing up. I just need to find a way to expose it. There's the sac. It's gonna take a powerful shot to blow it up. And I can't do both at once. The ballista.
Ateka, can you fire a bolt from the ballista while I hold this thing open?
I'm on it.
I just really hope we get a quest with Beta where we get to learn to work together actively. Like, but like more substantially than just like Gemini, but like a whole like arc of just Aloy and Beta's relationship. Like, just them. Just sister time. Not Aloy off doing stuff and then coming back and hearing from Varl about Beta.
We did it.
Sister stuff.
Ateka?
It's gone. After all this time, we're finally free of the poisoned waters. Thank you, Aloy. I must return to Thornmarsh. Meet me there when you can. You deserve a proper reward.
That would be...
There's Thornmarsh.
Oh, this is so
The rebels must have
beautiful.
been spying on them. Might be a nice glide down.
That's my mountain, y'all. Did Ateca already go down? Must have. Alrighty. I guess I'll glide it then. Since Aloy's wanting to so bad. I love this.
Cleared up around here. I should find Ateca.
Like, that's just so cool. I love that it's like very similar to a Slaughter Spine's Tale as well. Even though it's a Slaughter Spine's a new machine, but like, and I love how you can like see like, oh, like this is like the precursor to the segmentation on a frickin' Slither Fang, etc. It's kind of like the machines are going through a natural evolution. I want to play a Horizon Pokemon game so bad, and I know it's not Pokemon. I started saying that to make fun of people pronouncing it wrong, and then now that's accidentally what just ends up coming up. Like, they're literally like trapping machines and crap, keeping themselves safe is what they're doing, but like, my headcanon is the Tanakh, like, weren't always really good at machine hunting, and they had, like, obviously, like, they fought each other. They ignored machines. They were people against people warriors, and then, like, had to get good at it, but sucked at it, as I understand it. Even though they're known for war, like, when the derangement happened, I think they kind of really got the shit beat out of them, because machines and people are very different.
Our strength is your strength.
Alright, Ateca, where are ya? Go see this kid.
I know. As soon as I get leave, we're heading over to train.
Hey, kitty!
It was all a part of a testing ground for the rebels' control of the machines.
There's no limit to their ruthlessness.
Aloy, I was just recounting your
It is
deeds
the Sierra
down.
Crest.
Our
Sierra
deeds.
Nevadas.
We did it together.
Slaughter Spine's on Mount
True
Whitney.
enough.
I'm named after Mount Whitney.
Look around. Thornmarsh is free of the blood choke. We don't have to live in fear of the poison.
It feels like for the first time in months, we can wash our wounds with clean water.
And how are you feeling, Zella?
Ready to hunt.
Not yet, little warrior.
Aloy with kids.
I promised you a reward equal to your deeds. I cannot think of anything more fitting than this.
Thank you.
Wherever your travels take you, Aloy, may you always fly on the wings of the Ten.
I just really want that armor, and I want the, like, wings.
We have to explore more machine sites.
I want that top with the wings. So we don't have wings, and we don't have that top. I like these, like, cactus skeletons. I like that a lot. Is this the one where, like, the stash is down here, but then the workbench is up there? Yes, it is. I wonder if I can just buy 2 Claw Strider hearts, because that would be the best. West, but probably not Apex. Damn it. But maybe I should find out. I just, like, don't want to fight a bunch more Apex boss traders just to upgrade this damn weapon. I really want the weapon upgrade. I don't want it to be usable. Oh well. Gonna do the Valley of the Fallen next. And she's got those wingy thingies, if I recall correctly. Do you though? Oh, a lot of tokens. I can buy them all. I should just buy them all. Since I can. And I'm here. Boom. Now I just need to get the last couple of face paints. I think I've got all the dyes. I think. Ooh. Ooh, reload speed, yes. And that's where, like, having a bunch of new game pluses that are like new game plus, and you can actually, like, max every single weapon. And then the ultra hard's not ultra hard anymore, but you're super strong. I don't know why I'm buying these. I don't actually need these, but oh well. I bought them. Oops. What? I never use smoke bombs. Why would I not have max smoke bombs? I'm confused about that. Very sincerely confused about that. Oh well.
You will see. The Tanakh know our weapons.
Exactly. Put it and make it completely red. It just looks so freaking badass.
Strike true as the 10.
I don't want to play Strike. Like, if I absolutely need to get enough champion tokens, then I will. Because I still need that trophy. But, like, I don't wanna. It's just fun to be overpowered sometimes. Like, then you moderate it to, like, not overdo it, but, like, it's also cool to see what you can do and then play story mode when you're super overpowered and nothing can hurt you whatsoever, and it's hilarious. Why wouldn't you do that if you can make it happen? Alrighty, Valley of the Fallen's entrance. I know where it is, but I don't know where the person is. So that's where we're gonna go find him. I need to do some more digging, because I'm pretty sure I figured out where this is, but I bet this highway would help. And the frickin' canal. Duh. Why would the frickin'... Dude. Oh my god, this, like... I forgot this is in the game. LA Canal... What is it called? The freaking LA Canal. Los Angeles Canals. Do you know what I'm talking about? Freaking the canals. What are they called? The canals outside of Los Angeles? Like, why didn't I think of this? I knew someone had mentioned spotting it. Aqueduct, not canal. Jeez, my brain. Yeah. Jeez, that's the fucking nail in the coffin. Everything about my theory. Jeez, Louise. Like, they moved it a teeny bit north, but that pretty solidly puts... Yep. We're not going to LA, because LA's flooded and it's right here. We've already practically been there. If we do, it's going to be underwater, I'll just say that. Like, I don't think we're going there, though. Because, like, LA is all the way out west, and not south from here. And, like, literally said, like, I'm not going west. And we've already practically been there, so... I don't think we're doing it, at least.
Good day. Go with actions. Many of my units. My family.
I can't believe I forgot this when I've been doing all the map stuff. Like, I've been, like, trying to prove it 27 other ways that these are the mountains immediately north of LA. And it's been right in front of me in the game the whole time. And it's information I didn't not know. I just forgot, because I wasn't, like, forming my theory at the time. Incredible. I mean, they move things, but they don't move things that far. I'm laughing at myself so much right now. It's the freaking Los Angeles Aqueduct. That tells us exactly where we are. That makes this have to be the Channel Islands then. If we're at the Los Angeles Aqueduct. Like, they move things, but they don't move them that far. In fact, I would say that probably makes the highway I just flew over, like... 5 south? Maybe? I don't know, I'm gonna have to spend some time with it, but I'm like feeling so validated right now by that detail when I've been like saying that we've already gone practically to LA and everyone's like saying that we're gonna go south from Lake Mead to LA. I'm like, have you looked at a map? I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Like, they rearrange things, but they don't rearrange them that much. Wait, talk to the groundskeeper. Did it select that quest for me when I flew over the hunting grounds? Sorry, I got like off in my own little world and like lost myself apparently. There it is.
Oh, they've closed the camp down. Guess they don't like visitors. Maybe there's another way in.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I just like, look at it. It's just like right there. Like, it's just right frickin' there. Like, that's hilarious to me. I'm dying right now. You don't even. I just, like, this is one of those, like, my mind is just, like, they moved it a teeny bit, but they did not move it that much, and I think this just further demonstrates some other, oh my god, this is, I just, like, my brain is like short-circuiting right now. I'm trying to find the specific spot of the LA aqueduct that this is. My brain's not gonna let me do anything else until I do. Sorry about that. Like, if you look up the Wikipedia page, the Owens Valley Aqueduct. That's probably the Valley of the Fallen. Owens Valley. Or no, I guess the Owens River in the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains to LA, California. Construction very controversial. Very interesting. I'm putting a link in the chat, everyone. Check this shit out. That is super cool point about like just seeing like how we interpret other cultures and like the second Los Angeles aqueduct in Silmar in the San Fernando Valley in the northernmost neighborhood within the city of Los Angeles. We've already been to LA. What have I been saying? Ah! Like practically right up against it. I feel so vindicated right now, y'all. Yeah, that's it right there. Looking right at it. There's Silmar. Where's this specific part of it, though? It's called the Los Angeles Aqueduct Cascades, specifically. That means that this is the 5, I think. I'm gonna have to spend some more time with it, but like that's a pretty concrete no, that it does go north as well. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so that water tower is on Elm Shore Canyon Mountainway. Yep, that's it. That's what I'm looking at here. Pretty sure. They just like ever so slightly moved it, but that means we're already in LA, pretty much. The very far north of LA, north of Burbank. Highway 5 goes through here. And that makes this Valley of the Fallen area down here like San Fernando. That puts LA like, again, just south of the Zenith base. And puts us right by Vandenberg for the Zenith base. Like, right by it. Holy shit. I feel very justified right now in being so stickler about this, because it's like, they literally, it's in the game. I'm not gonna get any better about this, sorry. But I don't think we're going south of here. This is flooded. If you look on the map that Gaia shows us, and then you look at a picture of the California coast, like, when you get, if you follow the San Bernardino Mountains, you can see the shape of the ridge of the mountains, and you can see how on the southwest slope of it, LA is very clearly underwater on Gaia's map whenever she shows us the whole world. Like, I think they ever so slightly moved this, but they only moved things just a teeny bit. Like, they did that too with, like, the spine break. The spine break really sits, like, south of the Hoover Dam, but they needed to make Lake Mead more scalable for, like the way that they changed the scale of, like, Las Vegas. But, like, it's not moving stuff that far to put the canals up here. But then that just really just basically say, like, this is straight up, like, LA is just over the hill there, just off the map, and just underwater. I don't think we're going there at all. It's like low-hanging fruit, in my opinion, it kind of feels like. I don't know why I thought what was going to happen if I put depth of field on when I'm on it the widest angle possible. That's silly of me. The water tower's right there. Like, I didn't look too intensely into it because I'm playing, but like, pretty sure I just found this exact spot, and that when you look on the Wikipedia, it's literally a picture of this, and that it's right outside of LA. I rest my case as to where we are. Like, I've been saying from the beginning, I played this entire game with a map out the whole time. So, like, it's been fun for me. And I feel like I've gotten pretty good at knowing where I'm actually at on that because of that. This too. Kinda neat. Well, oops. That was an accident. My bad. Dude, I need to text that to myself real quick though, because I need to send it to someone and be like, Alice, told you so. Frickin' told you. Obviously, like, really.
Be bright.
Oops. I died.
Yeah. The next time I'm on leave, I'm heading to the grounds.
That's just like, it doesn't matter, like, it's just a thing of like, for me, it's just like, it was pretty apparent that LA was underwater when the sea level rose. Like, if you've been there whatsoever, like, I'm just like, are you familiar with... Gildan said he was going south from what is obviously the Hoover Dam. LA is not south of there, it's west. It's like due west of there. Look on a map. Anyway, it's just one of those things where it's like, am I crazy? Does no one else see this? Like, this seems pretty apparent to me. Look on a map. Like, they move stuff around, but they more change the scaling of certain key things, but they don't change it that, like, they try to keep it pretty cohesive. And there's like a method to the madness. You know what I mean? I'm so stoked about this. Like, that's the thing. Everyone likes see you down in Arizona Bay. Like, LA falling into the ocean is a thing because that's like what's gonna happen. One, if the sea level rises, but two, if the big one happens, like the San Andreas Fault, and that's why I think we're going where we're going, because the southern terminus of the San Andreas Fault is directly underneath the Salton Sea, which is a lot further east and almost due south of, if you follow the river going from the Hoover Dam south, that's the Colorado River. And so far we've been kind of following the Colorado River. We skipped the Grand Canyon, but we otherwise have been kind of following the Colorado River from the first game. We went through Lake Powell, that's the Daybrink, and then we get to this thing saying I could continue heading west, but I'm going to head south, and that's the path of the Colorado River. And then it heads south to where the Gulf of California has flooded from the sea level rise. It only takes 10 meters of sea level rise, so that's 30 feet of water, to rejoin the Gulf of California with the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea also, present day, is like thematically, if you're following climate topics that you might be researching for this game, the Salton Sea is the next big thing. I am telling you right now, start looking into it and actually start following industries down there. Don't take financial advice from me. I'm not making any. Don't read into that. Just be curious and start following that stuff. And if that happens to maybe lead you to like that's, I can't control that. But like, it is the greenest deposit of lithium on the planet. If they can develop the technology to extract it from the brine, it is enough to supply not only the United States' entire lithium needs, but also 40% of the rest of the world's. If they can develop the technology to extract it. There are already geothermal plants being built there because, again, it sits on the southern terminus of the San Andreas Fault. It's geothermically active with mud pots and mud volcanoes. And the San Andreas Fault line sits under the water, and that stuff is all coming up through the brine of the Salton Sea. It is a place of flame and brine already. Bryn says he's going to the place of flame and brine. Bryn, I think, came down the Colorado River from the Daybrink and came through the Grand Canyon, because he actually heads south from his house when he starts to flee, saying he's heading, like, away from the coming storm or whatever. And another thing, there is a Zero Dawn facility outside of Tucson, Arizona. We know that because Liz mentions it. It's a really awful data point that ties into another rant I have about how anything Tilda did was what she thought Liz would have done, because she saw what Liz did in Zero Dawn, both interpersonally knowing Liz and relating to her, but also because literally she saw Aloy's repaired focus and saw all the data Aloy had. And so she saw the part where Liz talks about that she had people kidnapped against their will and held in a holding facility outside of Tucson, Arizona, and said she hopes they'll see the bigger picture and understand, which sounds a lot like give it a few hundred years and you'll get it. And that Tilda says to Aloy, that's nothing Liz didn't say about the people she kidnapped and then said you can either medically be euthanized You can be locked up here and then let out to suffocate or be eaten by robots, but you're not seeing your family again. We're holding you here because we can't let the secret about what's really going on get out. Or you can stay and work on the project and die in Elysium. But you're not going anywhere, and we're not asking your permission to do this. We kidnapped you off the street. I hope they understand, Liz says. I hope they see it and understand. Like, so that's my, like, tilde defense of, like, and I would, like, hope that Aloy gets a dose of perspective on that and realizes that she's built up this whole view of Liz that is not right, because that is the holding facility where the people were, you know, kidnapped and held, and, like, it's awful. And going there would be pretty revelatory and interesting. But also, another thing, the thing about the London Bridge, or the Tower of London relocation, is, like, parallel to the real life situation of the relocation of the London Bridge to Lake Havasu City, which is along the Colorado River heading south. And so, like, but 3, there's a facility in southern Arizona outside of Tucson as well called Biosphere 2. And that's a climate research facility, and that sounds like the place that a super advanced AI that, like, escaped might, I don't know, hide out. Like, maybe Vast Silver, maybe. I don't know, just a thought. Since we know that the other AI is also, like, maybe Vast Silver is aware of what Nemesis is up to now and has been watching and is like, fuck no. Or maybe Vast Silver is the core of Nemesis, another theory. But, like, if Vast Silver is not the core of Nemesis, Vast Silver, if aware of what's going on and, like, watching, like, it's probably, like, cowering their boots. And that would be, like, I don't know, thematically really parallel to how the Frozen Wilds also had us meeting an additional ancient AI. Maybe Vast Silver's the enemy down there, and it's a view of what it's like to fight another super AI, and, like, preview of what kind of shit we're going to be dealing with Nemesis. Who knows? Like, why haven't we heard more about Vast Silver? Kind of weird. They're just, like, supposedly still alive out there. And I thought that was going to be the big reveal at the end, not Nemesis. So it's like, y'all have this thread dangling. What's the deal? Anyway, I'm going to go back to this quest, since I totally lost my train of thought there. Campfire? Oh my god. Dude, it didn't even, like, keep... Okay, I have to, like, refly there. That's a bummer. You know, casual, terrifying stuff up there, Stormbird. I don't know why I always thought that was the right way at all. Getting tired? I'm like looking, I'm like, why doesn't this look right? I don't know. Oh well, I guess I'll just keep going. How far up can we get here? Now I wonder. I'm like, pretty far up, because this is the Valley of the Fallen. Right, duh. But like up in here though, because this is where you would see the valley with that city that this is supposedly right outside of. So I'm like, man, look at that. Because if we were going to LA, this is where it would be. It's right here, and it's not, because it's underwater. Because that's where it would be. But it's... I mean, they definitely condensed a lot of stuff in this area. I don't know why I didn't try to do this from up on top of here, but that's like very clearly the Channel Islands. The one thing is, like, I'm not really good at, like, the LA mountain shapes off the top of my head. Like, there's certain mountains that, like, Mount Whitney, it was, like, very, like, I grew up with a picture of that in my house outside of the door of my room, so it's, like, of course I recognize that on sight. But not quite the same for SoCal stuff. Even though I've actually been to LA and I haven't actually been to Mount Whitney. I haven't been to LA in a really long time, though.
There's Marshall and Vera. With one of them missing to Knox.
You saw what happened as clearly as I did.
I want your outfit wings and your outfit top and helmet.
Marshall and Vera. I heard you were sent to rescue some Tanakh who went into the valley. I'm guessing you must be one of them. Where are the others?
They didn't make it.
I had to fight off several machines just to get Kanala out. The valley was closed months ago for good reason. Machines have gathered in number, as if they're drawn there by something. And until recently, there were strange glowing lights off the coast.
The valley is cursed. We never should have gone in.
If the valley's been off limits for months, why did you go in?
We wanted to run the trial.
The valley is a great test for lowland soldiers. Survive for 10 days and nights. Take down any machine that stands in the way.
Dax had a plan. We'd hunt down each machine one by one, until we cleared the valley. Earned the clan's respect. But we got separated from Rebecca after the third day. Then machines cut us off from the way out. By the time Marshal Avira found us, we were wounded and out of supplies. More machines attacked us as we made our escape. Dax was right behind us, but we couldn't run fast enough.
You said there were strange lights off the coast?
From an island to the south. They appeared one day out of the blue, around the same time the machines moved into the valley. There were also reports of a streak of light that rose and fell in the sky above the island.
I saw it on the fourth night. A flame that climbed in the sky until it disappeared among the stars.
Must have been from the
I was right.
Don't know about that. But
I was
recently the lights
thinking
vanished.
the Valley of the
Smoke
Fallen
rises
might have
from
been
the island
Santa
now,
Clarita,
as if some
and
huge
it
battle took place.
freaking is.
Something like that.
Or this, because that specific aqueduct is at Newhall Pass. That's where that cascade is. It's freaking Santa Clarita. Like, I was right. Holy crap.
Yvira, you were made a marshal at the coup route. And you were by Hikaru's side in the final stand against Regala.
And you're the one who flew on the wings of the 10. Ended Regala's threat in a single combat.
I was just doing what I could to help.
In an amazing way. And I saw what you did with my own eyes. Here I thought the coup route was the best day of my life. Becoming a marshal, bearing witness to the vision of unity. But you really outdid yourself against Regala. I have a lot to live up to.
A lot of machines in one place. Sounds bad. I better look into it. See if I can put a stop to it.
Then I'll come with you. Fight by your side.
No. Better let me take a look first. Trust me, it's for the best.
I guess if you insist. Once you're in the valley, head for the Great Falls and the cliff south of the Metal Devil. The machines seem attracted to those sites.
Got it. Thanks.
We'll rest here a while more, then head for the Medican Falls Edge. Strike true as the 10, Aloy.
Sorry, there's this messenger updated and now it's putting stupid bubbles in the corner and I'm trying to click stuff on my computer and it's bringing up messenger instead and I am so annoyed. Like, oh my god, sorry. It's just... Okay. I can see why there would be frustrating things about living in LA. That tracks. I think it's just... Okay. I actually wanted... I didn't pay attention to one part of this very well, and I just realized that, and I wanted to hear it again.
You said there were strange lights off the coast?
From an island to the south. They appeared one day out of the blue. Around the same time the machines moved into the valley. There were also reports of a streak of light that rose and fell in the sky above the island.
I saw it on the fourth night. A flame that climbed in the sky until it disappeared among the stars.
Must have been from the zenith base.
Don't know about that. But recently the lights vanished. Smoke rises from the island now, as if some huge battle took place.
Something like that.
Okay, that's cool. And I did want to hear this again,
If the valley's been off limits for months, why did you go in?
We wanted to run the trial.
The valley is a great test for lowland soldiers. Survive for 10 days and nights. Take down any machine that stands in the way.
Dax had a plan. We'd hunt down each machine one by one until we cleared the valley. Earned the clan's respect. But got separated from Iveka after the third day. The machines cut us off from the way out. By the time Marshal Yvira found us, we were wounded and out of supplies. More machines attacked us as we made our escape. Dax was right behind us, but
He couldn't run fast enough.
I should be going.
Be careful in the valley.
2 seconds, sorry. My brain is like, still just, I just need a second. Hold on. It's just, ah. Almost done. I'm so sorry. I just, like, my brain is not going to let me do anything else until I just get this out of my, like, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do this. So I'm just going to do it. So we can get back to, like, living. I'm just so happy about it. That's all. Okay. Cache cleared. RAM freed. Let's get back to it. Dude, LA's influence doesn't just stop at the towns around it. I live in Phoenix, and LA's influence still happens out here. Like, it's a potent force in the region.
Some kind of lure.
I want to go up the old way.
A few months without use, and this trail's falling apart. Or is this part of the trial?
Apparently it doesn't want me to go the old way. Fine.
Glide in.
Yeah, don't act like your own home tribe's trails didn't fall apart. You literally, like, dealt with that during the proving. But that's also real. I like that you can pick multiple ways to do this.
Okay, better follow the trail. Hope this bridge holds up. That is a long way to fall. I gotta climb up higher. This really is a trial.
Are you serious right now, Aloy? What are you doing, girl? I think I would really not like to talk about the crimes in LA. That's just like conversation has a lot of like potential to go down a path I don't want happening here.
Oh, made it. Now to find the waterfall and the cliffs south.
So let's go ahead and move on to some other topic.
Kavira mentioned deadly machines were gathering near there.
I just think there's a lot of nuance that gets missed in those conversations, you know? I just don't want to be the one, like,
Dead machine.
At the helm if that should happen.
Kavira might have taken this machine down when she was helping Kanala escape.
Yeah, it just starts getting into things that get way too personal for people, and there's a lot too much of, like, emotionally invested in it, no matter where you're coming from, that it's just like, no. I like the way this machine is all glowy.
Took a lot of hits to bring this one down. Better be ready for anything.
Freaking clamberjaws, you mean, Aloy? Ooh, I just remembered what this quest is. Oh shit. I remember. It's all coming back to me. Oh no. Oh no. I absolutely cheesed this one the first time.
That's a knock. That must be Dax.
I did the whole thing from the ridge above, and I berserked one of them against the other. It was great. I didn't think about what I was signing up for when I came here. Aloy. Aloy, you know what's interesting about everyone who's died since you released Hephaestus? The part where if you hadn't released Hephaestus and then you were able to get Gaia to send the code from, you know, having Hephaestus back, that it might have been possible to maybe, like, I don't know, not have machines killing people anymore. Like, granted, all the Tanaku have been brought to war by Regala, but I'm just saying. Kind of hurts extra when you think about, like, that Quen that died might not have died if that Watcher hadn't have been hostile anymore. Because the, like, hostile machines stopped being made. Because you got Hephaestus back and regain control of the Cauldron Network. I don't know, just thought. That's what Liz would have done. She, you read about what happened to the frickin' civilian, brigade. It's pretty bad. Read Phantom Pains. Like, those people were gonna get killed by robots anyway, but they might not have, like, decided to go to the front line if they realized it was a hopeless situation. Granted, humanity would have had no future, but the people who were alive, billions of people who were alive, would have at least had a say in how they went out. Made an informed choice. Like, it's a rock and a hard place. And Liz did do the only fighting chance, but she signed off on some atrocious things to get there. It's not, like, bad. I'm not saying, oh, Liz evil. I'm just saying maybe Tilda not so, like, actually as evil as, like, I don't know, like, she's being presented, and maybe Aloy's naive. And idealistic. I mean, it's, like, worth fighting for Earth, and I do think that in the context of the message that this is, like, saying, like, hey, like, all these people that, like, want to just, like, leave the planet and let it burn, have you considered the ones left behind? And what you're doing, leaving them to die? But maybe that's worth, like, giving them a fighting chance, too. But then it's also, like, when you take Nemesis in context of, like, Tilda isn't dumb. She is very good with technology and able to probably pretty realistically assess the threat there, and she has more information than we do, and she's saying there's no way you're going to be able to face this shit. I mean, like, when Liz said there's no way, we just need to actually ensure that life survives, no one's like, that's super pessimistic, how dare you? They're like, shit, really? Fuck, okay, I guess we'll do your thing then. And I think to say that Liz's motivation was wholly good is, that goes back into my whole, like, or is it guilt-tripped? Like, is it wholly good? Is someone never having a life because they're so self-sacrificing really that noble? Yeah, I knew that was probably gonna happen. Y'all really give up that easy? Guess so. Damn, really? Damn, really? They really do give up that easy. Y'all. There's too many of them. Dude, I don't know what I just knocked off of that guy, but that was just hilarious the way that whole thing went down. Ow! How even? Dude, I am like, I just like started fading so fast. I might need to just like put a pin in it before I get too deeply into this quest, because I just realized there's a long way ahead of me, and I am like actively dreading that prospect, as I like just hit a wall in tiredness right now. So what I might actually do is, like, we just hit this campfire back here. It's a pretty good stopping point to pick up and start this quest and just like redo the dialogue next time, because I like, have you ever just like hit an absolute cliff of tiredness, like straight up exhausted all of a sudden? Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I think I actually need to call it a night here, because I just like suddenly do not feel very well. And pressing through it is, I think, gonna lead to me like getting sick, kind of not feeling well suddenly. So I am gonna head to bed, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry to end this so abruptly. Appreciate your understanding, and I will possibly, like, we'll see how I feel tomorrow, but if this is me getting sick, then I might not. So we'll see what happens. I like really hope that's not what it is. But yeah. Sorry. But thanks for understanding, and I'm just gonna try to be on earlier. I've been like not able to start these streams early, but this part of it is because I keep then it's just this cycle of like I start late, so I go late, so I wake up late, and then my whole day's thrown off, which the day's got the ability to be flexible, but there's still like certain things I gotta do before I can get on and stream, and like, yeah, doesn't always work out, but there's more of it. Time for me to go to bed, I think. So I'm gonna do that. Jesus, even further north than I thought it was. That's so crazy. I think I'm right, though. I do think they just ever so slightly moved the actual Cascade north, but it is still supposed to be, like, representative of... But I think in general that really does kind of just show that, like, this is... Because I had been thinking this was the Santa Clarita Valley. But that... I think it just plays a little loose with the geography, because they're squishing a lot of stuff together. But scaling this down, like, there's not... I don't think we're going to LA. I just don't think it's what's happening. This is so wild, though. It's so freaking nuts. I was just looking at the mountains, and like the next thing south of Bakersfield is the frickin' San Bernardino Mountains. That's what it is. Sweet. Sweet. Alright. Going to bed. Have a good night, everyone.